hope that you're all well. I'm joining you a little later today. Well, I mean, it's the same time for you, but I already have stuff dyeing because it's a dye day, and I didn't want any excuse for me to not do it, so I have the custom order of the DM's wife in the pot. I've got 4 skeins already dyed of that. I have just gone online to see if I can buy some more pots, because this cooker's bigger, ergo I should be able to have 4 pots on the go, whereas before I could only really have 2. I do also have a couple of pans in the oven, and yeah, it's kind of raining but kind of snowing, sleet if you will, or as the Germans say, Schneeregen, snow rain. And this is when I've completely forgotten my German. But no, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because it just made me laugh because it's literally so literal. And I'm a little stumped for what to dye. I'm a little new to dyeing just in the pans. Like, a lot of my club colorways were dyed just in the pans last year and also continuing into this year. But I've usually dyed the pots first, and when the pots are in use, it's kind of, I don't really know what to dye. I'm a bit stumped. Because I'm not really feeling overly creative with coming up with new colours right now. Which is fine, you can't force it. I've got stuff written down for a reason. And yeah. So I'm a bit stumped on what to dye, but I have some stuff dyeing, so there's that. Turned off the oven because the yarn in there is dyed, and I don't know. I am obviously going to be dyeing more yarn, but I'm going to wait for the pots to be free, I think. And the problem is the DM's wife is such a saturated colour that it takes ages for the yarn to actually take it. So I might do some bead weaving just for a little bit while this is ticking away. And then I have my new fluffy base that is ready to dye up for the cardigan that I'm test knitting it for Becky. I don't believe the cardigan has a name yet, but it's a brioche cardigan. And I'm holding 3 strands of mohair together. And I think I'm going to try and get it a colour similar to this kind of blue. We'll go with all my black t-shirts, is the thought. But I'm a bit worried about dyeing it because I've never dyed it before, and I'm worried about felting it, so my kind of brother-in-law, sister's partner, works for a company that I think, or that I'm asking to do the plumbing. So I've been asked to take some photos of like where the stopcock is, blah blah blah. I mean, it's still snowing, but it's not raining. So it rained all day yesterday, it didn't stop. I spoke to him in the morning, he said, can you take these pictures and send them out? I was like, yeah. And it did not stop raining. I was like, I'll go out when it stops raining, it's fine. It did not stop, so I'm going in the snow instead. I thought we had an outside tap. We apparently don't have an outside tap, but I'm wet now because I've just gone in the snow. Ugh, don't wear bracelets when dyeing yarn. So, when dye doesn't exhaust, exhaust means when the yarn has like soaked up all of the dye and the water is clear. Sometimes if you're using quite rich colours, which the DM's wife is quite a rich colour, the dye doesn't like to fully exhaust. Like this one, it doesn't. I don't want to heat it much more than I have. So I've just got a mini skein that I'm plopping in that can hopefully soak up some of that excess dye, and then it will all be exhausted, just like I currently feel when the dye doesn't exhaust. Pro tip. I mean, I don't know if that's, I mean, it's quite a well-known tip. I feel like yarn dyers aren't going to learn anything from my vlogs because, I don't know, I have severe case of, what's it called, imposter syndrome when it comes to dyeing yarn. I mean, at this point I've been doing it for years, but I just feel like, I don't know, other people are way, oh excuse me, I hiccuped, way better. I don't know. The snows haven't stopped. The cat watch is a disaster. There is no cats. Unless there is one here. No, it's too cold for cat watch today. But what is this snow? But yeah, somehow I need to get water from up here to down there. So that's going to be fun. It's not my job to do it, but yeah. Our plant's going to be so dead. How sad. I love how the DM's wife dyes up on my Sturdy DK base, which is 100% Superwash Blueface Leicester. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. This is the base that I dyed on for the best men and Mario at my wedding for their wedding ties. I knit one tie and then my mum took over. But yeah, someone ordered a slightest quantity of it and oh, it's so pretty. I also dyed up some fungal form on sparkle base, merino base, and it's currently cooling on my sturdy sock base and stripy merino bit 4-ply, I believe I've called it. These are the mini skeins that went in the pot. And yeah, so pretty. I currently have my new fluffy base in the pot. I wanted it to be a bit brighter blue than this, but I guess I maybe added too much. Ooh, it's cooling. Too much navy, but it's still going to be pretty and very wearable. It's just different bases take dye differently. So I'm not sure if today's dye day is going to be as productive as I wanted it to be, purely because, you know, dye takes a long time to exhaust sometimes, and that wasn't the plan on the cards. It is currently only 20 to 12, so depending how long this mohair takes, I could do a few more colours. But we'll just have to wait and see how long the mohair takes. Feels like it's already been a really long morning. Well, it's because that yarn was dyeing for like 2 hours. Well, I did 2 lots of yarn. I'm very excited to move out of dyeing in the kitchen. I didn't mind dyeing in the kitchen at the old house because it wasn't our house, and the sides were much more dyer friendly. Wood is not very dyer friendly, so I'm very excited to get out and get in the dye shed that I'm currently looking at, because it's stressful being stressed if I'm going to make a mess. It makes it hard to be creative because I'm like, well, I'm just gonna make a mess everywhere. So, oh, I made a cup of tea. I need to drink that. You know what I said about I didn't think it would settle because it's not cold enough? Well, turns out I know bog all about snow. It's settling. Because, so, 2 things. 1, pink toadstools. Oh, I'm picking my nail varnish off. What's new? Nothing is new. Pink toadstools, very cute. They look slightly questionable when I start beading them. Slightly questionable. Anyway, Becky uses Slack for her test knits, so I just reacquainted myself with how to use it and found various videos and such, or a video that she uploaded and all of the swatch info. I'm going to be using very chunky needles. Going off of what I said in the podcast on Friday about how usually in general I have to go up 2 needle sizes approximately to get gauge with Becky's patterns, I'm going to be using like 8mm needles. These are a big chunk of needles. I obviously will swatch with varying sizes, but yes. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I keep seeing people on there with their swatches and such, and I'm really jealous and I want to join in the fun. So I need my yarn to dye and then to dry. Because yeah, I'm going to be holding 3 strands of mohair together. It's going to be maybe the most luxurious jumper I ever will own. Yeah, so luxurious. But I may offer up some pre-orders for it if that's something, you know, as and when the pattern comes out. Later on down the line, once I'm more comfortable dyeing mohair, like I could do kits for it, but I mean, it's at least 6 strands, maybe it's not at least 6 strands. I'm knitting size 3 and for me it's 6 strands of mohair. So, not 6 strands, 6 skeins of mohair. So, it's gonna be so luxurious and so fluffy. I'm very excited about it. This is when I knit this completely out of mohair and then come to find that I can't wear mohair. That will be really sad. Really sad. I've never had any problems before, so I think I'll be fine. Hopefully, fingers crossed. My hands are so dry and covered in dye. It's because you open a pot and you're like, oh, this will be fine. It's just one pot I'm opening. Now I'll put my gloves on after and then I get covered in dye. So I forgot to film the DM's wife to show when it had exhausted. I forgot to show it because I was too excited about dyeing my hair. But this is what it looks like. You may think, Hannah, that looks exactly the same. Well, yes, it does, but you can see the bottom of the pan. It's not really blue. There's still a little bit to go, but I have turned the heat off just because I'm very worried about agitating it and heating it too much and boiling it. So I'm now just going to leave this to cool down with the lid on, and then hopefully the last of that should exhaust as it cools. Hopefully. The other pot hasn't quite exhausted, but I've still turned the heat off because why not? The snow. I can't get over the snow. It's not stopping. I'm sorry, my English is showing. I barely saw snow growing up. I grew up on the south coast of England, near the seaside, and Bognor Regis, the sunniest town in England. We've been awarded that. That's where I grew up. And I so rarely saw snow. It's still a novelty. It's still a novelty. And I mean, we don't get it often here, but it's still exciting. Especially when I don't have to go outside. I am going to make myself a hot chocolate though, because I really have the urge for a hot chocolate. And I'm going to make it with water. Please don't judge me. I was just watching Bailey J's latest vlog where she made herself a mocha. And, well, I'm still in the process of watching the vlog. And it's basically made me want to make a hot chocolate. So I'm having an options white hot chocolate. And you can't stop me. beaded a teacup. I don't really know how I feel about it. I think the handle looks weird and I don't know how to fix it. So I might have it go and sit somewhere for a bit until I come back to it and bead some other bits. And yeah, because I don't know. I just don't think it looks... I don't know. Fluff is dyed. Once again, we've gone for a more tonal rather than a solid because I can't seem to do solid colours. Ta-da! I think it's where there were like maybe some lumps of dye that I hadn't fully done. But hey, I'm holding multiple strands together. It will add interest. But yeah, it's really pretty. It's bluer in person than it looks on camera. It's not as contrasting as this looks. But yeah, it's very soft. I really want it to dry quickly because I'm excited to swatch. I need to finish the cardigan that I've already done. But yeah, first foray into dyeing mohair. I don't think it's gone too badly. I mean, it's not a solid colour, but at the same time, was I aiming for a solid colour? No. Can I dye a solid colour? No. We embrace tonal in the corner of craft. If you can't do what you want to do, embrace what you can do. Doodaloo. The snow hasn't stopped. Like, it's not a deep layer of snow. Like, I've seen more snow in my life. But for the UK, this is a lot of snow. When we get snow, everything stops. Everything, transport-wise. Which obviously isn't a huge issue seeing as most people work from home. But we don't put winter tyres on because usually we don't need winter tyres because we don't usually get a whole lot of snow. So yeah, the world kind of, or the UK kind of shuts down for a little bit when we get snow. I'm a little bit worried about Mario getting home. He's meant to finish at 3 today, so he'll be home in about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half. So I'm a little worried about him coming home. But he's a sensible driver. And most of the roads are quite big roads, so they should be gritted. It's just our road isn't gritted at all, so he'll have to be careful there. But he's not an idiot, so it's not his first time driving in snow. So when we lived at our old house, we went to Sweden. Oh, 2 things. Let me finish my story and then I'll come back. When we went to Sweden a couple of years ago, when did we go? A couple of years ago. We went in March and we had heavy snow in the UK and we left to go to the airport, and as we drove down a hill and went around a corner near where we used to live, the car skidded. It was very stressful. Back to what I got distracted by. I looked on my SD card in my camera because I was trying to clear some space, and I realised I have all of the video that I took when I went to Sweden a couple of years ago. And I never edited it and I never uploaded it, so I'm kind of tempted to. But I don't know if anyone would be interested in seeing a trip from like 3 years ago. I mean, I could just edit it and upload it and have it as an unlisted video, just so, you know, just for me, and share it with Anna as well, seeing as she features in the video. But yeah, I never actually finished it, and then I never edited it or uploaded it, so a bit weird. I feel like it would be weird right now to edit and upload that video considering we can't travel, but I'm still tempted to edit it just because. What you're currently seeing me make, people seem to like having the little video playing in the background whilst I talk, and I'm alright with it because I haven't quite got enough cameras, does that make sense, to have it so I can film my face at the same time as filming my hands. So you do what I have to do one and then the other which is possibly better because it means I work more consistently, because I feel like if I was talking whilst I was working, I would just stop and start quite a lot, which would be frustrating. But I thought, we had the toilet rolls last year to commemorate, I don't know if that's the word I want, but it's like a reminder to, you know, the current global situ. I thought it would be cute to do some little, so I took my gingerbread house pattern and tweaked it to make it like a stay at home stitch mark with a little heart in it, you know, because like we all stayed at home for well 10 months now, but I thought it would be cute, so I might do a few different colours of these. I don't know if this is going to be something people are interested in, but that's fine. I'm quite enjoying making them. I'm just on a bit of a bead weaving kick right now. I do really need to dye yarn tomorrow. I've kind of half packed things away so I can get going quicker tomorrow. And yeah, try and get some more skeins dyed and whatnot, because I need to. I really need to. Yeah. Some of the colourways that were requested are time-consuming colourways to dye, but they're really pretty, so worth it. So that is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Also Saturday, I also want to dye some more yarn on Saturday, because I need to have some stuff for the shop update on the 30th, otherwise I'm not going to have anything. Although it's not like I'm not working, it's not like I'm sat not doing anything at all, because I'm bead weaving, and as I have said before, bead weaving is the thing that sells better than yarn, but takes much longer, and therefore I make less money from it. I don't know. It says more about how much I need to charge for stitch markers than anything else. But hey, ho, I don't know. Oh, I actually managed to do some bead weaving while playing Dungeons and Dragons yesterday. We played Dungeons and Dragons yesterday. We played on Sunday, and then we got to a point where we were about to go into a big fight. And then Mary was like, oh, I didn't think you'd get this far. Right, let's stop here. And then when we started back up last night, we went straight into the fight and literally did about a 3-hour fight, which is very mentally tiring. Not to mention Mario started work at 3 AM that morning. But I mean, he's the one that suggested having the session at that time, so. I can't stop getting distracted by the snow. I turn into a fire elemental. I play a Furbolg druid, for those who don't know, called Ellen with one L, short for Elendil, which is Elvish, for friend of the elves, fun fact. And yeah, I turned into a fire elemental, which was fun, and made people catch fire, which was fun. Yeah, we managed to get the next piece of the shield, which was cool. We had to fight I always get them confused. Is it a mother matron or a matron mother? What, mother matron? Mother matron sounds more right. We had to fight one of them, which was pretty intense and scary. And then, yeah, we just, we managed to escape, which was cool. But we've still got one more piece of the shield left to get, and they're with the illithid, which are like mind-reading-y, creature-y things with tentacles. It's a lovely impression of me. And yeah, so that's going to be a lot of psychic damage, which should be interesting, seeing as most of our party aren't resistant to psychic damage or immune. I'm resistant because of the armor that I wear. It's really cool. I mean, it saps life from me, as in I've got half my hit dice because the armor I'm wearing. But it's a really cool armor, so worth having. And yeah, we were talking about doing some one-shots, which would be super cool. Be fun to play a different kind of character for a while, although I really would miss Ellen because I love It would be fun to play someone who's not magic based. Like the first character I ever played was a barbarian. She was cool, and then I played a tabaxi monk, and they were cool. That was a tabaxi, yeah. I literally just said tabaxi monk. Their name was Storm. They were pretty sweet. Yeah, so it would be cool to play something non-magical. Maybe go back to a barbarian, I considered. I don't know. It would just be cool, play something else, try something new. Mario also then said about doing a battle royale with our party members and just like stick us in a room all together and fight it out. That would be cool. That would be cool. We're level 16 now. Mario's plan was for us to level up with each time we got another piece of this shield. But we got this next piece of the shield really soon after we got the piece before, because we were actually way more decisive than we thought we were going to be, and than he thought we were going to be. So we are already level 16, which is cool. I'm dying to be level 18, because then I can cast spells whilst in my beast shape or wild shape form, which would be so useful, because I can't do that right now. But yeah. I'm very distracted by my neighbour clearing the snow off their car, because I'm just thinking, where are you going? Where are you going, neighbour across the road? Nowhere. It's snowing. You shouldn't be going anywhere. Also, there's a pandemic. Get in your house. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm glad I had this little natter. I feel a bit better. I was starting to feel a bit sluggish and tired. As I say that, I feel like I'm about to yawn, but okay, I'm gonna go because I think I'm nearing the end of the video clip. If I'm not, enjoy some music. Quick Mario update, he says he's on his way. He's finished early, so that's nice. He had a weird shift today. He started at 8, which he never starts at 8, and he finished at 3, so it was nice. It was nice. I still don't know how I feel about this teacup. I don't know what it is about it. Doesn't look right, but I'm not happy with it. I don't know. Maybe it's the handle? Alright, speaking of tea, let's go make a cup of tea. Oh, I've moved. I can barely see it, but Mario tells me there's a cat
right there.
There. I can't really see him.
Tiny cat face watching the snow.
Watching the snow falling.
Watch it fall.
I hope it has a home. So, I've just taken some chill out time. My face has gone very red. It's because the heating's on. I always get a red face when the heating's on. I've painted my nails. because I was biting them. So I've painted them this colour, which is also by Prism Polish. I'm not sponsored by her, I just really like her nail polish. This is Morning Dew. This was her spring collection last year, and I just buy a little bottle because then, you know, it's not too much of a commitment. But I just want to support independent businesses everywhere, including my nail varnish. Yes. Today hasn't been the productive day I wanted it to be when I first woke up this morning, but I still got quite a lot done. Yeah. Mary is currently making burger buns because he was hoping to have burgers for dinner, but I don't know if the buns are going to be ready. I don't know how long burger buns take to prove and stuff, but he seems to think they won't be ready. It's finally stopped snowing, which is good, but at the same time it's meant to be very cold overnight. So Mary is starting work at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I'm a bit worried about him driving to work, but I mean, as long as he takes it easy, he should be fine, hopefully. So I really want to plan for this weekend, today, pick up the button band for this. I really want to, my telegram, pick up the button band and knit it, because I really want to have the cardigan finished by the next podcast. I'm recording it on Monday, it's being posted on Friday, but I really want to have it done by then, because it would be nice to have it finished, wouldn't it? So yeah, I might try and sit and pick up some stitches, and or at least like split up the button band. Yeah, because I just think it'd be really nice, because then hopefully my yarn will be dry at some point soon, so I can swatch for my test knit. I've never done brioche in the round before, so that should be interesting. And then my other shawl I have on the needles is also a brioche shawl, so we're just going to be having all the brioche in the podcast. But yeah, thank you so much for spending the day with me. I'm just going to cut this off here. Thank you for spending the day with me. I have very much enjoyed having your company. And yeah, if you'd like to follow me on social media, please feel free. Links are all in the description box below, along with any other information that I think you might need. And I always say like the timestamps, but that's not useful at the end of the episode. Please leave me a comment, let me know what you've been up to today. The vloggy check-in, we love to see it. What are you working on? Are you joining in the lockdown sockdown cal? Let me know, what have you done? Description box, no, comment section, that's what it's for. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can join the party that is the Corner of Craft. We would love to have you here. I'm on a bit of a mission to try and get to 100k subscribers by the end of 2021, but I think it's a bit, but you know, it might be a bit of a steep goal, but yeah, we got to aim for things in life. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that, you know, it was somewhat enjoyable. And I will see you very soon in Monday's video. Yeah, bye.